All right, everyone, welcome back to the Deep Dive from CRMPosition. You're serious about your Salesforce skills, and let's be real, the Agentforce Specialist exam, it can be kind of tough, especially that whole prompt engineering part.
Yeah.
So thankfully, you all shared some amazing training materials on prompt engineering for this exam, and we're diving deep into 7 key questions that'll totally help you crush it.
Yeah, we're all about getting those practical skills to use AI in Salesforce, right?
You got it. So let's jump right into the first question, okay? Imagine you're this Salesforce AI specialist, and you're going to make a prompt template that gives those service agents like super personalized case summaries.
Right.
How do we make those summaries like laser focused, really relevant? What kind of grounding technique would we use?
I think that's where dynamic grounding with secure data retrieval is. That's where it really comes in. You want those summaries to be tailored to each specific case, right? So instead of using like static info or having to go back and forth with the agent for every little detail, dynamic grounding just grabs real-time data straight from those case records in Salesforce.
Okay, yeah, I see where you're going with this, the power of it.
Yeah.
But what makes it so much better than, say, static grounding or multi-turn prompting? Like, can you give me a real-world example so I can wrap my head around this?
Sure. Let's say you've got a case about a product that's not working, right? Dynamic grounding, the AI can pull in all the details, right, from the
Yeah.
customer's history, what they've bought before, any problems they've had, even similar cases.
Uh-huh.
So it's not just some basic summary of the issue. The agent gets like the full picture, maybe even some solutions based on, what worked before.
Wow, so it's like having a superpower assistant who already knows everything before you even ask.
Exactly. And the agent can fix things way faster.
That's huge for those agents.
Right.
Okay, so dynamic grounding, that's in our prompt engineering toolkit now.
For sure.
Now, on to question 2. Contract renewals, they can be a real pain, right?
Ugh, tell me about it.
But what if, like, we could use AI to automate all those renewal emails, pull in all the details without doing any work? Is there some kind of prompt template magic for that?
Oh, absolutely. And the secret ingredient is related list merge fields.
Oh, fancy.
They let you pull all those important details, right? The expiration date, the price, all that good stuff, right into your email template.
That sounds pretty awesome. But like in the real world, how is this better than doing it all manually or using those multi-turn prompts?
Okay, imagine a company with thousands of contracts.
Okay, yeah.
If you got to update every single one manually when it's time to renew, you're going to make mistakes, miss deadlines. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, sure.
And multi-turn prompts, they help, but they're not great for structured data like this.
I see.
Related list merge fields, everything's automated, pulled straight from Salesforce so you know it's accurate, up to date, saves a ton of time, less risk of messing up.
So efficiency and accuracy, super important for any business.
You got it.
All right, we've got dynamic grounding for those personalized case summaries, related list merge fields for automating those contract renewals. Our prompt engineering toolkit is looking good, but we don't want our AI going rogue, right? So how do we test and refine these templates to make sure they're doing exactly what we want? Question number 3.
I'm glad you asked that, because Prompt Builder has this cool feature, Prompt Preview.
Okay, but what's the difference between that and Model Playground or dynamic prompt execution?
They all sound kind of similar, I know.
Yeah.
But Model Playground is more for testing the language model itself, not your Salesforce prompts.
Right.
And dynamic prompt execution, that's for making sure your prompts run smoothly in real time, but no preview.
Oh.
Prompt Preview lets you actually see what the AI is going to generate with your prompt and sample data before it goes live.
So it's like a dress rehearsal for our AI.
Exactly.
Got to make sure it delivers on opening night, right?
For sure.
Okay, 3 for 3. Dynamic grounding, related, list merge fields, prompt preview. Feeling good about this exam. But let's keep going. Question 4, let's talk sales. Okay, we're trying to optimize those AI-generated sales call summaries, make them super useful for the team.
Right.
Any tips on how to keep those summaries concise, something they can actually use?
One thing people often miss, setting token limits.
Token limits, what's that?
Tokens are like the building blocks of language that the AI uses.
Okay.
If you set a limit on how many it can use in its response, you're basically forcing it to be short and sweet.
I like it. No more AI novels.
Right, like limit it to 100 tokens. It has to condense the whole call into like a short paragraph. Perfect for busy sales reps.
But wouldn't that make us lose some important details from the call?
That's where good prompt design and data grounding come in.
Okay.
You got to be super specific in your prompt, tell it what you want it to focus on, and make sure it has the right data to do that. Like, If you use dynamic grounding to pull in customer info from Salesforce, the AI knows what parts of the call are most important to that customer.
So clear expectations with the token limits and good data.
Exactly.
Now, question 5. Things are getting really cool here. Field generation. This sounds like magic. Automating those product descriptions, making personalized marketing stuff, even predicting what customers will do.
It's pretty powerful.
But before we unleash this power, anything we got to know? Any tech stuff?
One big thing, API version. You got to make sure your Salesforce org is running API version 59 or higher for field generation to work.
So it's not about the type of field or if we have dynamic forms, just the API version.
Yep, that's a key.
API version 59 or bust. Got it.
Yeah.
But great AI power, great responsibility, right? How do we make sure our super smart, data-driven prompts are giving us accurate, unbiased AI outputs? Question 6.
You got to keep your AI grounded in reality.
Okay.
That means updating those grounding data sets regularly. Keep them fresh and relevant.
Like giving our AI new glasses to see the world.
Exactly. Now, some folks think just using their internal Salesforce records is enough, but that can actually limit the AI. It needs a broader perspective to really understand those external customers.
What are that temperature setting? Cranking it up for more creative stuff. Good idea or bad idea?
High temperature is tempting for brainstorming, getting unique ideas, but it can make things less predictable, less accurate.
Right. Got to balance creativity and reliability.
Exactly.
Okay, final question. Let's say our AI response goes totally haywire, missing important CRM data. What's our tool to solve the mystery?
The Einstein Trust Layer audit logs, your best friend.
Okay.
They're like a detective's notebook for your AI, show you exactly how your prompts are being executed, where the data gaps are, help you fix those grounding problems.
So we can actually figure out what went wrong.
Exactly. Understanding the tools is key for good prompt engineering.
That's reassuring. We've covered so much. Dynamic grounding, related list merge fields, prompt previewing, token limits, API versions, fresh grounding data sets, and those Einstein Trust Layer audit logs.
It's a lot, I know.
It is, but I'm feeling more confident about those prompt engineering challenges on the exam.
That's the goal. And these 7 questions, they're really a great starting point for understanding prompt engineering in Salesforce.
Totally. But there's always more to learn, right? What resources would you recommend for taking our prompt engineering skills to the next level?
Well, you're already here, right? Subscribing to the CRMPosition channel is a must for anyone serious about mastering Salesforce AI.
For sure.
We've got expert training videos, in-depth podcasts just like this one, articles packed with tips and tricks, everything you need to become a Salesforce AI pro.
I second that. The CRMPosition team is amazing. They make tough topics easy to understand.
Thanks.
But it's not just about reading and listening, is it?
Yeah.
What about actually using this knowledge?
Absolutely. The best way to learn prompt engineering is to get hands-on in your own Salesforce org.
Right.
Try different approaches. Experiment with new ideas. See what works for your specific situation. The more you practice, the more comfortable and confident you'll become.
It's like learning to ride a bike. You can read all the manuals you want, but you got to get on and pedal.
Exactly. And don't worry about falling a few times. That's part of the learning process.
So we've got the knowledge from this deep dive,
Yeah.
the resources from CRMPosition, and that push to get out there and try things out. What else could our listeners need to become prompt engineering rock stars?
You know what's really cool about this field is we're just scratching the surface with AI and Salesforce. The technology's moving so fast, there's so much potential, it's almost limitless.
Yeah.
So think beyond the exam. Think about how you can use these prompt engineering skills to solve real problems, automate those boring tasks, and create amazing customer experiences.
That's such a good point. It's not just about passing a test. It's about using this knowledge to make a difference. Who knows? Maybe some of our listeners will be the next Salesforce AI pioneers, creating solutions we can't even imagine yet.
That's an exciting thought.
It is. Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this incredible deep dive.
It has been a great deep dive.
We've covered a ton, and I know our listeners are ready to put it all into practice.
I bet they are. It's been great diving into this with you.
Absolutely. And remember, CRMPosition is here to support you every step of the way on your Salesforce AI journey. To all our listeners, keep learning, keep experimenting, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible with Salesforce AI. We'll catch you on the next deep dive. And don't forget, it's like we can see right into our AI's brain.
Yeah, exactly.
We have covered so much ground today, from like dynamic grounding and related list merge fields to prompt previewing, token limits, and those super important API versions, making sure our data is fresh, and those awesome Einstein trust layer audit logs.
Ooh, I know, right?
It's a lot,
Yeah.
but I'm feeling way more confident about tackling prompt engineering on that exam now.
That's what we like to hear. And honestly, these 7 questions, they really are a great foundation for understanding prompt engineering in Salesforce.
They really are, but there's always more to learn, right? What resources would you recommend for, like, taking these skills to the next level?
Well, you're in the right place. Subscribing to the CRMPosition channel, that's a must for anyone serious about mastering Salesforce AI. I mean, come on.
Definitely.
We've got expert training videos, in-depth podcasts just like this one,
Right.
articles full of tips and tricks. I mean, everything you need to become a true Salesforce AI pro.
I totally agree. The CRMPosition team is amazing. They break down those complex topics and make them so easy to understand.
We appreciate that.
But it's not just about, reading and listening, right? We got to put this knowledge into practice.
Absolutely. The best way to learn prompt engineering is to just dive in, get your hands dirty in your own Salesforce org.
Yeah.
Try different things, experiment, see what works for you. The more you do it, the better you'll get and the more confident you'll feel.
It's like learning to ride a bike. Reading the manual only gets you so far. You got to hop on and pedal.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to fall a few times. That's how you learn.
So we've got the knowledge from our deep dive today, the resources from CRMPosition, and that push to get out there and try things. What else do our listeners need to become prompt engineering rock stars?
What I find so fascinating about this whole AI thing in Salesforce is we're just getting started. Like, we're barely scratching the surface. This technology is moving so fast. The possibilities are endless.
It's kind of mind-blowing.
So think beyond the exam. How can you use these prompt engineering skills to solve real-world problems? Automate those tedious tasks and create amazing experiences for your customers.
That is such a good point. It's not about passing the test. It's about making a difference.
Right.
Who knows? Maybe some of our listeners will be the next big Salesforce AI innovators coming up with solutions we can't even imagine yet.
Now that would be awesome.
It would. Well, on that inspiring note, I think it's time to wrap up this incredible deep dive.
It has been a great one.
We've covered a ton, and I know our listeners are ready to get out there and use it all.
I bet they are. It's been fantastic diving into this with you.
Absolutely. And hey, remember, CRMPosition is here to support you all the way on your Salesforce AI journey. To all our listeners, keep learning, keep experimenting, and keep pushing those boundaries of what's possible with Salesforce AI. We'll see you on the next deep dive. And don't forget, if you're looking for even more expert training and deep dives like this one, make sure to subscribe to the CRMPosition channel. You'll find a ton of resources there to help you ace that Agentforce Specialist exam and become a true Salesforce AI pro.
We can't wait to see you there.
Until next time.